Something else that's
Yeah, what did
coming
he-
back.
oh.
Oh, you want to talk about that some more? Something else that's coming back, everybody. We gotta keep it. We gotta keep this train moving. Is Jon Bernthal's Punisher? That's right. He's coming back. So he was. If you watch the Daredevil series, right? You know that he was the Punisher of the Daredevil series, the Netflix series. So now Daredevil is being reworked, imagined in your own way for Disney Plus. Doing 18 episodes. We talked about this before. We have original Daredevil back, but that was it. That's all we were talking about. We have Charlie Cox and we have D'Onofrio back. That's what they were saying. Well, now the Hollywood Reporter is reporting that Jon Bernthal is back as the Punisher. Now, he's very graphic for Disney, if you ask me. He freaking brutal, but he's signed on. He's going to be part of the 18 episodes. We don't know how big his part's going to be, but I know a lot of people are probably going nuts today because people love him as Punisher. I think he's a great Punisher. I loved him on Walking Dead. A little bit he was there as Shane. Thought he did a great job.
That is Shane. That's what I thought.
It's Shane. Yeah, and then when he got Punisher, if you watch, I think he had 2 or 3 seasons on Netflix. Plus, he was part of, he's part of Daredevil. Plus, I think he was also in the Defenders as well. So he did a bunch of stuff. I think he plays well as a character. He has the build, he has the look, he has the aggression, he has that raspy kind of voice. I think it works. So, and then also, like, their dynamic with him and Charlie Cox worked really well on the show, too. So, to me, it makes sense that Disney would bring him back. But I also did not think that they would touch Daredevil, or not touch Punisher, because Punisher is so brutal. And Disney Plus isn't that brutal. They're already talking about making Charlie Cox's Daredevil a little bit like, not so intense as he was in the Netflix special. If you watch She-Hulk, you saw they kind of took him down a little bit, a little bit. He did the Daredevil walk of shame at one point after he fucked She-Hulk. That was something, GR says he loves the character, which, yeah, GR, the Punisher's great. I think that he kicks some ass, right? He goes in there and kicks some ass. So I'm excited about this. When I heard this, I thought it's a no-brainer. It also makes me think that probably a lot of the rest of the cast will be coming back too. They haven't announced. They're probably holding off to see, like, if Foggy comes back, if Karen comes back. You don't really need Karen. She can come back if you want, but Foggy should come back. Mike, you watched the Daredevil stuff before on Netflix before, and do you know his Punisher?
I've seen a little bit of it. I mean, I don't know how you Punisher was he even a 70s character, or did he come in the comic books? Did he come straight out of like the 1980s gritty like action persona style? Because
I feel like he was 80s.
It's interesting if Disney is expanding their portfolio, or if they're trying to like make a guy whose vibe is like straight up. He's Batman gone bad in a way, right? Like he doesn't pull punches. Like he's like, okay, well, these guys have made their choice. Let's pump them full of lead, right?
Yeah. The thing is, like, his family's been murdered, and he's like, he just sees red the whole time. He starts killing people. I mean, that's his whole MO. His whole MO is like kill.
It's not. If you're actually taking the premise for what the premise is, I don't think it's Disney-fiable. And I don't even know if the idea to try and Disney-fy an idea like that is necessarily that ethical of a, like, the Punisher, let's give him the Care Bear treatment. Well, I guess you want to make him palatable to the little girl with her unicorn outfit on, maybe.
Well, it makes you wonder, like, where the direction's going to go for this new season of Daredevil, Hearing that he's signed on makes me think that it might be one of the darker MCU series that they've ever done. And the fact they're bringing him, because this almost just kills the fuck out of people, And so I'm interested. It makes me more interested in these 18 episodes of Daredevil coming out, which is already a big run for 18, Disney Plus.
That's huge.
Yeah, huge. It's already a huge run.
That's a lot.
For one season. So I'm like, okay. And then they're bringing him in. I think they're just trying to get some, some kind of like buzz going for this. Jake, you hear about this. Do you think that a character like Punisher can actually work in the MCU's like kind of, child-friendly campiness? Or do you think they're going to have to, make this totally different just for Disney Plus?
It could work, but yeah, like you said, if you have a targeted audience that's usually like, it's like, oh, it's a Marvel film, it's fairly safe, right? We can check this out, and then it turns into Daredevil.
And Punisher is shooting
sketchy.
people.
Could be sketchy, yeah.
Yeah, Punisher shoots the hell out of people.
But being so long, being the 18 episodes, I mean, what are the chances that it's just going to be the one run of all those episodes and then close the book on it? that might be something they're offering too. I don't know. It's hard to say.
And he might not even be like in that many episodes too. When they announced
Right.
that Daredevil was in She-Hulk, everyone was going nuts, and he was really in, an episode and a half. He had
That's
one
what
whole
I was
episode.
thinking too. Like it might be like I can't even remember the Defenders,
Guest
like more of the
appearance.
expanded universe, kind of
Yes.
exploring more of what the MCU like, so they could just kind of as a band-aid to weave the other bigger narratives together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which it totally could be that,
Mhm.
It might just be something small, and then he's kind of like, and then maybe he comes in for the whole Secret Wars stuff, They're probably gonna bring everybody in the Secret Wars when they actually do that shit.
They're bringing you.
They're bringing me.
For sure, you.
We need another Ant-Man, right? Come on, I'll be Earth. I don't know, 17's Ant-Man. That's me. Come on, let's do it. I think they're like Earth 11 on the shows in the MCU, something like that. But yeah, I read this. I think a lot of fans are excited about this. I know when I read this, it made me more excited for Daredevil, because Punisher might mean they're going to lean more towards that like rough, gritty Daredevil we saw on Netflix a little bit, as opposed to being, happy, go lucky, bright yellow Daredevil we saw in She-Hulk, which I liked. I think he still was the Daredevil he's supposed to be, but it was a little bit campier, So my hope is that this
kids
good.
are raised with that stuff now, man. Disney, they're growing up along with their audience a little bit. They're like, oh, like, kids can handle just I don't know, kung fu style movies where Daredevil is just slapping the blood out of somebody's mouth. Like they probably just think that people aren't
Okay.
fazed by that anymore, and they're probably right with that.
But
Right.
that's just normal, right?
Mhm.
But Daredevil is going to have Punisher, everybody. Punisher is coming back. The one from Netflix. Get ready.